I am animating on paper, something I haven't done in a really long time. Everything's digital these days, but I wanted to make this little cat guy on paper. This is just rough animation that I'm working on right now. Still need to add in-betweens, and basically his booty is doing like this little wavy motion with the tail flowing around, and then the rainbow is going to be animated, so the blue is actually going to be flowing down, and the yellow is going to start up here and flow all the way down and connect back to the bottom. It's going to be like a seamless loop of color, and then the stars are going to be twinkling, and the head, I have to do it like this, upside down. The head is going to be, let me turn this music. There we go. The head's going to be going up and down, opposing the bottom. So when the bottom is up, the head will be down. And I made some different face ideas. I did a poll on Instagram and to see which one people liked for the character. And for some reason, this is the one people picked. It's number one. And I guess it's because these whiskers have a stronger silhouette, whereas maybe these don't have as much of a solid silhouette. And someone said this looked like sideburns, but some other people said this one was more unique. So, and this one got the least amount of votes. So I just decided to pick with what people were saying to do, and so that's what this is now. And I'm trying to make it more seamless. So I need to add an in-between between these two poses. It goes like this. So this is this frame. I gotta turn my lightbox on. The thing about drawing on paper is it's a lot harder to test stuff, whereas when I'm drawing digitally on my computer with my Wacom tablet on animation software, you can easily just play your frames and see how it's looking, whereas on physical paper you have to flip stuff and it's not as seamless, and you can't really control the frame rate precisely. I'm just guesstimating how this is gonna look. And I think ultimately I'm probably gonna, when I scan this into my computer, I'm gonna probably animate it on probably 10 frames a second. Maybe 15, I'm not sure. But I think 15 or 10 frames a second could look nice. It can have a little bit of a sparkle, or not like a little bit snappy, and making this S shape flow into itself. And I'm probably gonna, like, I've never sold my art before, but I'm gonna make the individual frames available on my website so people can actually own the physical art. And this is just drawn on crappy computer paper, so these are just the roughs, but when I go on to do the actual line work and coloring, it'll be on nice paper, solid cardstock that can take markers, because I'm gonna color this with copic markers. And the head, basically I'm just tracing the head, shifting and tracing it, but I know the cheeks are gonna be about here. The eyes will be roughly here. The way I learned animation was actually just making weird, trippy flip books. And I did that for a few years, just like as a hobby, not doing it for any job or anything. And didn't go to school, so I just taught myself. But the book that really helped me was the Animator Survival Kit. I got that for one Christmas. The first animation book I actually got was The Illusion of Life, and that's where I learned about the 12 principles of animation. And once I started trying to incorporate that, it took my flip books to another level. And now, of course, on YouTube, there's a trillion tutorials and a lot more information than when I was first learning. There was still a lot of information on the internet, but YouTube was still very young, so it wasn't like it is now. Check the chat. I've never done a whatchamacallit, live stream thing before on TikTok. So yeah. Now this frame goes in between. This is number 2. I'm trying to write the frame numbers up here in case I get all this mixed up. So I think I have like, I don't know how many frames. Let's see how many frames this is. Looks like it's like almost 10 frames long right now. I'm not gonna worry about the stars until I have the entire cat animation done. The thing I'm most concerned about is his booty and the tail, making sure it's gonna flow nicely. So this is the extreme pose here, and then this is probably the other key. It's down here. So that's like the opposite pose, where it's like he's up here, then he goes down there. I'm just trying to track the high point of his body. It's like going like a S wave curve. If you know about the wave principle in animation, things don't all move at the same time. So like as this part's going up, this part will be going down, and then when this part reverses and starts going back up, this part is still going in the same direction it was. They have to catch up to each other like this. So it'll be going like this wavy kind of motion. Say hi. Whoa. What is this? Oh, I can wave at people. What the heck? I better wave at some people. I didn't even see it says people joined. This is content. Let's see here. Wait, how do you know 10 frames a second is what you need? I don't, but well, I kind of know because I'm gonna do not that many frames, and I can kind of tell how fast I'm flipping this. So like, I know like this is about 10 well, I know like this is a roughly 10 frames a second. If I was flipping it faster, this is like 24 frames a second. So I would need a lot more drawings. And I'm guesstimating. Obviously this isn't perfect, but I just have worked with different frame rates so much. I can just look at something and tell if it's 60, 30, 24, 15, 12, 10, 8, or 6. Because I've spent a lot of time working in different frame rates on hand-drawn animation. So you just sort of, it's kind of like driving. Like you can be driving and not look at your speedometer, but know that you're going about 25 frames, or 25 miles per hour, or going 60 miles per hour, right? You just feel it out. But once I start doing the actual cleanup, I'm going to add in-betweens on all of this, because I know I'm going to need a lot of frames to make these colors flow and sync up, because I'm going to have the blue flowing all the way down here, the yellow is going to be here, flowing all the way back. So that'll be like a seamless loop on the color. And Yeah, like this is the first physical animation I've done in a really long time. It feels weird to bust this lightbox out again. It kind of makes me feel old, like nostalgic, I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, with animation, it's all about doing one thing at a time. When I was first animating on flipbooks, I would literally just go straight into line work, no roughs or anything. I didn't even know about the concept of roughing out your animation first. So it had a lot of weird jiggles and wiggles, and there is a certain charm to that. But for this, I want it to be a little bit smoother, because I am going to turn this into a loop that you know, people can use in music videos and live performances and whatnot. Let's see here. So he's up here for a longer time, up in the air. He kind of goes down faster. Okay, that's a big change right here. See here. Okay, so I want this frame to cushion into this frame. And then, let's see here. Definitely needs an in-between between frame 5 and 3. So you definitely need an in-between. That's a huge change right here on the bottom. So that needs an in-between. Boom. Yep. I'll just go ahead and get started on this in-between then. Whew. You're welcome, Paulina. No problem. Thanks for the question. Whew. Where did my drawing utensil go? Ah, there it is. Okay, so this is going like that. Sometimes it's hard to see when I have the lightbox on the actual page I'm drawing on and what is a previous frame. But so I usually like to have my lightbox off once I try to make sure the form or anatomy is kind of more what I want it to be. But for doing the in-betweens, just figuring out the general spacing, you need a lightbox, because you can see how the frames line up. I know this foot is going to be trailing up into there. And the tail is going to be about here. Oh, hang on a second. I see what I did there. So I should write down what page I'm on. This is number 4. It's coming after that. Okay. Just feeling things out. And this comes out here. So the head's going back up. I'm gonna favor this bottom head here. So we have a head that's gonna be down here, then it goes up. I could put the in-between perfectly in between, but I'm actually going to have this page closer to this bottom pose so that it'll go up a little slower. Because if you have all the in-betweens too even, it looks more floaty. And I mean, that can be okay for underwater stuff. And this cat is flying kind of in a floaty way, but I still want it to ease in and out of different positions. So that's why I'm keeping this head a little closer down here. And the whiskers are gonna start to tilt a little bit. Do, do, do. Okay, so now the legs are gonna start reversing. So legs are coming out this way on this pose. And then the legs, when he starts to bounce up, the legs are going like this, kind of going behind. So this page here, I need to make sure the legs are going to start transitioning to the other direction. Okay, now I'm just gonna test this. I'm almost tempted to take pictures of each frame and then import it on my computer and do an actual pencil test, so then I can make sure things are really lining up correctly, but I don't really feel like doing that. Okay, let's see here. This is frame 2. Oh man, good thing I titled these because I'm getting these out of order. Let's see here. Here's frame 5. Okay, there's 5. Oy. What's up, everybody? I'll say hi to people. Click these buttons. Thanks, everyone, for coming on over. Thanks, Paulina, for sharing the live. This is my first live stream. What's up, Holly? Hi, Richard. Hi, everybody. Just saying hi to people. It says a new message. Waving at people. Wow. This is amazing. I'm just a weird hermit. I'm a weird animator hermit. That's all I do. Never leave. Well, I go on walks, but I pretty much... that's about all I do. I don't... I like people, but I just also like to work all the time. Okay. Wait a second. Do I have these frames out of order? It's the other thing I like about digital animation is easier to keep track of your frames. But I do like feeling paper, feeling all the frames. Something you miss out of digital animation is you can't hold a stack of frames in your hand. Between 2 and 3, I probably need to put an in-between. What is this? What is this stuff? What is this? It says Juan Taimo sent TikTok universe to El Asra. Is that, what is this? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. There's like stuff going by on the top of my phone on my screen. I don't know what it is. I don't think it has anything to do with me. It's saying, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Whatever. Okay. So, I know right here is a huge change. Need an in-between right here, because the booty flips right here. It's a reversal on the booty, on the legs. So I'm gonna put an in-between here. Call this one 2.1. You know, I've had this light box since 2011, I think. And I've never once had to change the light bulb. And it has been through literally thousands of hours of use. Probably. I mean, I don't have it on all the time, or even most of the time when I'm drawing, so maybe that's why it hasn't run out. Yeah, just drawing that super rough on this throwaway paper, because I have nice thick cardstock paper, but it's a little harder to use the light box on it, and also I don't want to waste it. And also I'll do the rough drawing on this throwaway paper, that way I don't mess up my nice paper, and when I do the coloring on, I'm gonna try animating with copic markers. Never done that before. And this is the down pose here. So I'm gonna actually kind of favor this bottom frame with the head. So the head will kind of ease into this lower pose. Oh, I love cats. Cats and turtles. They're my favorite animals. What is your favorite animal? Let me know. I guess cats aren't a super unique answer, but they're just so darn cute. I've grown to like dogs a lot more now that I don't live around my parents' dogs. Not that I didn't like them, but they just bark a lot. Whereas cats do not bark. Okay, so this is frame 4. I like turtles. Dude, yes. I love turtles. I actually live by a pond that has like hundreds and hundreds of redder sliders. They all stack up on each other when they're trying to bask. I don't know why they do that, because there's plenty of basking areas, many other logs to go to, but it's like when they see one turtle on a log, they must think, oh, that's the place to be. Maybe it's like a instinct thing. Maybe they think it's safe if there's other turtles over there, then I should be over there. They do copy each other a lot. Like if one turtle jumps in, then the others will plop in. Let's see here. This should actually be... this one is 2.1. This needs to be 1.8. Sharks. Heck yes. Sharks are kind of scary, but they're cool. I like hammerhead sharks. I like that they have this show called some shark show. I forget what it's called. Street Sharks maybe. I had a bunch of action figures, and I would sometimes hurt my fingers because their teeth were actually kind of sharp. Okay, I think I might be kind of close to... I'm just thinking hard really for a second here. Like, I think this is pretty okay. Just feeling it out. Okay, I think I like this. So, yeah. I think I'm done for now. And, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. And, check out the other animation and animation tutorials on the channel. Peace out.